What's going on YouTube? So today we're going to talk about budget built 350, 380, whatever stroker. This engine right here is a 388. I'm putting together with a budget of $1,000. Well under that right now. It still needs an intake and a carburetor, some valve covers. But even with the intake and the valve covers, this long block will still be under $850. I know this has been covered in millions of other videos, but I'm going to show you how I put this one together, and at the end of this video I'll put a link in the description for all the parts and stuff I used, and part numbers and some prices. Now I will say you can buy some of the stuff secondhand from somebody you know, but like I said, make sure it's somebody you know and not Jim Bob, because he's going to screw you every time. So first up, we'll talk about these heads. These heads are 062 vortec heads I got out of a junkyard on half price day for about $35. You'll have to check your local yard. You might be able to get them cheaper. You might have to spend a little bit more money. These are the best flowing production heads that GM made. They're equipped with an LS2 spring, comp retainers, and stock 7-degree locks. Aluminum 1.6 roller rockers from Assault Racing Products. These are the upgraded ones. They have the upgraded trunnion bearing, and they have the upgraded oiling holes in them. The springs you can get from GM for $80. You can go to the dealership and pick these up tomorrow if you wanted to. As far as machine work, I didn't do any machine work. I checked the clearances, and these are good for about 540 lift, I think it was. These roller rockers came with these locks. This motor has hardened push rods from Elgin, cam and lifter set from Elgin. It has screw-in studs, and the only thing you'll need to get these screw-in studs in is this tool right here. Where this pin is, you'll use it. You'll slide it over the stud, put some washers, and put the nut back on, and pull those press-in studs out. And as you can see on this end, it's full of crap. Now I'm just kidding around. There we go. It's tapped. So when you set it in, you'll set it flush, hold it as straight as possible, and you can tap where you pulled those press-in studs out. It's about the only really special tool you'll need to do these heads right here. Behind the timing chain cover, I have a double roller timing chain from Edelbrock. It's a Performer Link 7802. Nothing fancy. Run you about $25. Push rods will run you about $25. The only thing I don't like about the timing chain is you can't advance or retard the cam timing, but you know, you get what you pay for, right? So this rotating assembly, it's Eagle rods. It's got Speed Pro hyperuretic 60 over pistons with dual valve release. It's nothing fancy. You can find these rotating assemblies cheap. You can get a fully balanced one anywhere from $500 to $700 with rods, and I want to say pistons too. This was a stroker cranking rods and pistons. This block started out as a 80 something TBI truck motor. It's got 4-bolt mains. It's hydraulic flat tappet. It's got a Melling M55 high volume oil pump, ARP stud. The cam is a 489 lift on the intake, 517 on the exhaust, 114 plus 2 LSA cam. It's a pretty wild cam. It's pretty choppy, but it makes a really good torque down low, and it makes really good peak horsepower and torque up high. This was just a cam that I spec for a build, and I mean, you'll spec a cam for your build, whatever you're gonna do with your your engine. I have comp cams lock and button behind the timing chain cover there. The intake I'll be using is a dual plane from Jegs or Speedmasters. I haven't decided. They're pretty much same exact thing. For distributor, I'll be using MSD Pro Billet, but you can use your HEI or Old Points distributor if you wanted to. There's nothing wrong with that. And the distributor, I got it for tuning a buddy of mine's Suburban, so it was free. A lot of the parts I got were free. The engine was free. The rotating assembly and rods and pistons were free. I had a buddy of mine said, "Come get this crap out of my carport," and I took it and another motor, and here we are. I decided to make something relatively cheap and do a video on it. There's not too much information out there about using LS stuff in this first gen small block Chevy, so I just want to show that it can be done. Now these LS springs, they will not fit in older heads without machining the seats. And if you do decide to not use these screw and studs, you'll probably have to go with guide plates, and then you'll have to machine the bosses down on those studs. So this was the cheapest budget friendly route that I decided to go, and I guess eventually I'll put it in something, and we'll find out what it makes. That's pretty much it for this video. I won't make it too long, but if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask in the comments, and like I said, I'll put a list together of all the stuff and where to find these parts. And like I said, maybe you can find some stuff cheaper, maybe it'll be more, but it's really up to you. You might have parts laying around. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.